Welcome back to part 3 of the van build. For those that are following along and those that are new, what we've got here is we've got a 351 Windsor V8. She's a good old tanker. It's got about 111,000 miles on her. We're going to go through, we're going to take out the airbox, the hoses, and whatever stuff we need in order to get to proper access of the belt and our power steering pump and pulley. We are going to go ahead and start taking the little hose clamps all apart. As you can see, these are already loose. So let's pull these off, take these ones out, and then try and pull this all out in one assembly. So let's get to it. Start with the little easier thing. Pull those like butter, like butter. Out. Alright guys, ready? And take the tension. Alright. Slowly release. After doing some examinations on things here, came to the conclusion. You see that pulley right there for the power steering? I gotta go get the little special pulley remover. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run to Home Depot, O'Reilly's, and I'm gonna grab that puller and then come back. And once we got the puller, we'll get the pulley removed. Get the power steering out so we've got a little more room to work with. Get the hoses, excuse me, and then we'll get the new pump put on with the new hoses, put the pulley on, the belt, and take it for a test. Oh wait, and then fix the gas leak too. So check it out. So I just picked up the new pulley installer kit. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it looks like a storm starting to brew in. The wind just started picking up. You can see up there. So I'm gonna try and get this pulley off real quick, see what we can do, work some magic. The pulley on there, and then I've gotten two wrenches on there. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try and see if I can get the pulley popped off. Alright guys, we did it! Look at that! Got the pulley off. Wow. It's so cool how... I find mechanics so, like, just fascinating and awesome. You know what I mean? Like, thinking about it. I know it might sound a little crazy, but how each one of these grooves, they all play a specific part for running the belt, keeping it on track. I mean... And then you've got you have all these pieces, let alone all the electrical wires with every single little copper strand that's in it. I mean, this right here is like, just, there's something so fascinating about this stuff, you know? I don't know, it's hard to explain it, but for those of you that get it, you get it, right? Sometimes I fall asleep sitting under cars when I'm working on them because I just get so, like, relaxed and happy under there. But enough of that. Got the pulley off. Now what we're gonna do, we'll clean her up. You can see all the seepage that we were getting behind there. So get that cleaned up real quick. Honestly, I was kind of worried. I was like, oh, I hope I don't goober this up. But you know, the thing I find with, like, in life is if you keep consistent with it. Let's go. So this is the thing I find with life is, like, whatever it is, if you keep consistent with it day in and day out, whether it's something that's 2 or 3 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 years, 50 years, the consistency will always outbeat talent and skill. You could be the most talented person, but if you're not consistent with it day in and day out, and you're kind of, here and there versus this person's every single day, boom, bam, bop. Well, that success is going to compound pretty quick. So, and that's what turns that overnight success is like, it's 10 years of overnights being put into this one night that, made me stand out. So, a little bit of some, I guess, like philosophy. But, alright. So, some things have happened since last time. I went ahead and ran over to the neighbors. I got an impact gun from them because I'll show you guys. I'm trying to get the bolts off the power steering right there. You can see them, but them things are so tight on there that I can't get it with the socket. So I'm gonna try and get in there and get that bad boy off. And yeah, so stand by, folks. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys. First, check it out. Where'd he go? What's up, baby? Yeah, we got a shop kitty with us. Yeah, hey, sweetie. Yeah, she literally just like pulled up out of nowhere. Like you can see, it's pitch black out. Oh yeah, look at her. She like a little fur ball. Yeah, you look a little fur ball. Yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. So, came to the conclusion, in order to get the air gun in there, I'm gonna have to remove the radiator shroud. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to take off the fan here. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take the fan off, the blades, take the radiator shroud off, and then that way we can get full access to the power steering with the impact gun and have her done right. So alright, just like that. Got the bolts all out. 1, 2, 3. It's the next morning, obviously you can see it's daytime out. And last night we had a storm that rolled through. You can see it's starting to disappear out there. But I was up to about like 12 o'clock last night wrenching on her. And then I was starting to kind of just get frustrated. And I was like, you know what? It's probably best for my productivity and I don't want to strip a bolt or anything. So I just called it quits for the night. Even though I was trying to get her done and I wanted to get the YouTube video and put up and, like follow through with my word. But sometimes at least when I find when I force things, they don't work out the way that they were meant to be, So I'm just going with the flow on this. Things are going a little smoother today. Check it out. So where we left off yesterday is the power steering. I was getting the bolts out with the impact gun, and I got it out. She's sitting right there. So now what we'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab this out. Alright. Come on. Alright, she's out. Check it out, folks. Yeah, baby. Man, look at oh, I'm dripping. But look how greasy this was. You see this? This thing is caked. So I've got everything all set up. And according to the old one, got our high pressure line right here, and then here's our low pressure line. Okay, baby, let's roll. We want to get this Jimmy Bobber in there. Okay. got the bolts all in place, looking good. Got the pump mounted. So, got crazy man hair going on, but static afro is what I should call it. But we've got the hoses. Let's see. Got the hoses in here. Got them mounted. Now, they don't look like they're all the way in there, but they're cranked down tight. And this pump with the hose kit that came, I think they're made for it's supposed to make for generics. But anyway, so we're gonna spray some brake cleaner. Get it all clean in there. Do the walk on by. Alright. So we've got the power steering pump and pulley on. You can see here, got it mounted. It's flush right there with the pulley at the middle, looking good. Now we're gonna fill up the new pump. Got everything connected, cleaned up, wipe the area with brake cleaner so we make sure we got no leaks. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pop this bad boy up, fill it up, put the brake fluid in, or power steering fluid, or your ATF, and then should be golden, man. I got the fan, or the radiator shroud back on, and I've got the new serpentine back on. I'm all caked up. I'm dirty, man. I'm tired. Been at this for a fat minute, but feels good knowing that I'm at the very end of it. With that being said, I'll show you guys. Got the belt on here, and then over here got the protector, little shroud thing. Got the fan in there, and then all the pulleys are, the belt's all aligned on the pulleys here, and it's got tension. And then same with over here. So far, no leaks that I've seen out of the power steering. Let me double check real quick. Stick my finger down in there. Yeah, it feels good. So, yeah, guess the next thing now, we could top it off actually, but that's brake boost. But so for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna, I guess, clean up our mess, and then what we're gonna do is jack up the front end to where we have the two front wheels on jack stands, and then that'll allow us to be able to essentially bleed the power steering going left to right about 15-20 times, right around there, from some of the research I've done on it. And then give it a little minute, let it sit, check the fluid level, and then we can do a little bit more if we need to, and then should be solid with that. And then we'll have the fuel leak to cover, and then after that she should be mechanically solid. So eventually there'll be more things we'll have to do, but for now I think this should be able to get us into phase one of getting down to Florida and traveling around for the winter. So I went ahead and I didn't have the right hose clamp size, so I just took two two of my biggest ones I had, put them together, and then I made one big hose clamp, and then that hose clamp that was on there, because there wasn't, when I looked in, when I looked in there further, there wasn't any hose clamp right back in here, so that's why I went ahead and just took this one from back here, shimmied it forward since it was already on the pipe, and then clamped that one down, and then fix it here, or putting the clamp here and then put another one here, and then I'm gonna go ahead, pour some gas in it, see if that'll work, and then hopefully that'll fix it, and then we're gonna jack up the front end and bleed the power assisting system. Whew. So yeah, almost there, folks. Alright guys, so it is nighttime now, or sun's setting. You can see, look at that, it's actually beautiful on camera. So what I'm gonna be doing is just using this bottle jack, hopefully it'll work, and then use these 2x4s to get it to the height. We got one jack stand over here, and we got another one right there, and they're about 2 inches off the ground. Alright, so I just got done bleeding it. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bleed it with the ignition on. Let's see. Oh girl, start it up, baby. That's pretty good. Those are the stock factory lights, and yeah. So now we're gonna turn it and hear if we hear any whining noises or anything like that. Hey yo. All right, so let's do it. So one. Got the power steering bled. I keep on wanting to say the brakes bled, but got the power steering all done. And what we did is we did 20 rotations with the ignition on, left and right, and never heard any whines or anything. The fluid did drop a couple times, but just topped it off. And then I went ahead, turned the ignition on with the engine running, and then the man, the bugs are getting me alive out here. And then when I did it with the ignition, I did about 14 times left and right, and there was no whines or any and then there was no leaks or anything. Double checked, and you can check in here, right down there. There's no leaks, and even down up in there, that's fresh grease there, but where it was before. So we're gonna take it for a test drive, and I think this is it, guys. We're moving on now. We're gonna be moving on to the interior, so it's coming along. And we got our friend Odin. What's up, Odin? What's up, baby? Meet the Odin. ¿Qué pasó, amigo? Odin.